In this video, I'm going to explain the data science workflow. How typically a data science workflow look like. First of all, we're going to have a problem, a business problem, and then I'm going to formulate that business problem into a data problem. And then after I have something called a data problem, I'm going to get the permission from the let's say database admin or from the organization to get the data, and then I'm going to collect the data and store it in a database or data set, and then I'm going to prepare the data by checking the features, checking the missing values, and doing some statistical analysis like a mean, median, mode, descriptive statistics, and these type of things. And then I'm going to explore the data by drawing some chart and histogram and stuff like this. And then at the end, I'm going to experiment, which is building my data set, my training set and test set, building the model and train and test. And then at the end, I'm going to do my prediction. Okay, this is how a typical data science workflow look like. Let's say we have a problem that customers aren't buying my products. So this is a business problem. Data problem is that since they are not buying them, they're not buying my products, that means I'm not correctly marketing my products. So which means I have to do something called customer segmentation. I need to segmentation. Sorry, I'm writing in with my mouse. So I'm going to segment my customers. Let's say these are the teens, these are the grown-ups or adults, these are girl teens, those were the boys, these are the girl teens, these are the women, and so on. And then I'm going to market each segment with its own product. Okay, like if there's a PS5 or Xbox, I'm obviously going to target the boys teens and and girls teens, for example. Okay, so this was the business problem. This is the data problem. I'm gonna get the permission from the company to get the data, and then I'm gonna they either gonna give me an access to their database, or they're gonna give me a data set. Basically, database, let's say this is the database. Okay, let's say this is the database from university, and I have professors data, I have employees data who are working as an admin, and I have students data. Let's say I want only the professors who work in science faculty. So this is a data set. Data set is like a subset of a database. Okay, if I want only the students, then that will be student data set, which is a subset from the big large database, and so on. So they either gonna give me an access to their database, and I can extract whatever the data I want, or sometimes most of the time they're gonna give me a data set with the features that I want. Okay, the features means, let's say if it's student data, I need his GPA, I need his email, I need his mobile number, his name and age, and so on. These are the features, the columns. And after that, after I collect the data, I'm gonna store it. Obviously, I'm gonna have to store it so I can get it back. And I'm gonna prepare the data, which is train and test, and just prepare it in a form that I can play with it, you know. And then I'm gonna do some descriptive statistics to explore the data and find that everything is fine. There is no missing values. I have the perfect features. These are written correctly and whatever. And then at the end, I'm gonna do my experimentation and then prediction. This is what a data science workflow usually look like. See you in the next video.